All right, this makeup tutorial is for all you ladies who hate the feel and the look of makeup on your skin. We are just going to minimize distractions using the color wheel and this unique new system to just blend out what we do not like. I'm starting with a red sculpt here because I have a lot of green undertones and veins and sunspots that have a green cast to them. And by putting a little red sculpt, we are just going to take out that excess green using the color wheel. Okay, to finish off my sculpt right in through there, I'm going to use an ashier base because I have a little bit more red on that part of my cheek and the top of my forehead. Now, this is a whole palette, but I'm actually only going to use 7 tins on my whole face. Okay, moving on from there, the most distracting part of my face after I sculpt it is my under eye. It's always been a struggle. I can cover it with other foundations, but what happens is it looks great on camera, but in person you can see a little bit of my creepy skin texture. So this is such a light product. We are actually just staining the skin. So it's not going to crease, it's not going to budge, and it looks so natural no matter what lighting you're in, up close and personal. It's been a game changer for me. So I'm starting out, I have some green freckles right in there, so I actually do a pink, and then I move up to an orange, and then do more of a yellow. This might seem overwhelming, but once you really examine your face, it's pretty amazing how many colors we have. And I'm a certified demi artist, and I'm here to help you figure out exactly what you need and make it a simple process. Okay, next I'm gonna kind of get rid of some excess red in my skin, so I'm gonna go with this yellow green because it's kind of a reddish purple, and I'm just gonna lightly fluff it on to any little areas that just have too much red under my nose, right in the apples of my cheeks and my chin. And then right down the bridge of my nose has always been such a struggle for me. I can never get it right because I have so many colors. Right on the very bridge of my nose is most red, almost orange. So I actually use a light blue. On the tip of my nose, I just am using a light purple. And then finishing off with a little bit of that yellow that I had just to get rid of excess red. Okay, the beautiful thing about this is I could stop and be done and my skin would look great, but I have a little more time, so I'm actually going to turn some of these big sunspots and make them look more like freckles. Most sunspots have a bit of a green mulchy look to them, so the opposite of green is red. So I'm going to take a light pink and just go over any of these big sunspots and literally watch them disappear. So if you're someone who really loved your skin but just disliked a few sunspots, then you could literally just do this on the sunspots and be done. But you can just watch them disappear without layers and layers of makeup. Just gone. It's incredible. Okay, and then most of us actually are really green around our mouths. We have a lot of veins that go in through there, which as we age, those green areas tend to create a cast and a shadow. So why not brighten those areas up? Side of my nose, bridge of my nose is really green, and you may be saying you are not green, but if you look up close, those things just create shadows. Okay, and then once again, I am just seeing if there's anything else that's distracting to me. I have a few pimples that are kind of a reddish purple, so I'm going to take the opposite of red, which is green, opposite of purple, which is yellow, so it's a yellow-green, and I'm just going to make them disappear. And it's not like you have to spend all this time blending because they just go away. It's incredible. Okay, I'm going to take that same red sculpt that I used and just do a little, generally where you're just sculpting around my eyes and my lower lip. And then I'm taking a yellow that I had already used and just getting a little purple, just getting rid of those veins in my eyelids. And then using the red sculpt. So I'm really only using 7 tins throughout this whole process. And you just begin to recognize different colors in your face. Okay, I'm really red in my cheek area, so I'm actually taking a pretty dark violet and using that as blush. And you can see it's almost like I have illuminator on, but it's just my skin. It's just my skin glowing through the makeup. Okay, another color just to gets a little flush on my lips, and we are just about done. This makeup will not budge because there's hardly anything on it. So if you are interested, just shoot me a DM. We can figure out exactly what colors you are and I can help get you settled.